भारत पर आतंकी हमला हुआ तो मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया जाएगा।
Operation Sindoor was India's boldest move into Pakistan since the 1971 war. A direct retaliation to the horrific terror attacks in Pahalgam. But the response didn't end on the battlefield. India hit back economically too, banning all trade with Pakistan. India is on the verge of becoming the fourth largest economy, while Pakistan's economy is on the brink of a collapse. So the big question is, can either nation afford a prolonged conflict? Stay tuned till the end as we dissect the economic impact of this conflict on India, Pakistan, and other neighbors. If you look at the trade between the two countries, it had already been on the decline. After the Pulwama attack in 2019, India had put a 200% duty on Pakistani goods, and since then, trade has fallen drastically. Currently, total trade stands at just $2 billion a year. That's only 0.47% of India's total trade. In FY 2024-25, India imported goods worth less than $0.5 million from Pakistan, while exports stood at $447 million. But here's where things get interesting. Many Pakistani industries rely heavily on Indian imports, especially pharmaceuticals. India supplies 30 to 40% of Pakistan's pharma raw material. Organic chemicals were Pakistan's biggest import from India this year. Now, Pakistan needs these products and it will try to access them through indirect trade, which happens through third country ports like Dubai, Colombo, and Singapore. This indirect trade between the two nations is significant in numbers. It is estimated to be worth $10 billion. And Indian government is taking steps to limit this too. But you know what makes matters worse for Pakistan? Its economy is already in deep crisis. Its foreign debt is at an all-time high of $130 billion, and China is estimated to own over a fifth of this debt. It's basically surviving on bailout packages, the recent one being a $7 billion bailout loan it took from the IMF. Its foreign exchange reserves of around $10 billion can cover only 3 months of imports. And any further escalation will cut Pakistan's access to foreign capital markets and lenders, making it very difficult for Pakistan to repay its loans. India, on the other hand, stands at a much stronger position. Its economy is 10.5 times the size of Pakistan. If you compare any of the key economic indicators, India stands tall. GDP per capita of both nations, India is 70% higher than Pakistan's. Forex reserves, FDI, market cap, inflation. All indicators show how India has the economic edge. And any further escalation could result in Pakistan's economy collapsing. But does that mean India gets away without getting hurt? Experts say the impact on India will be minimal because the trade between the two countries is very small and India's economy is far bigger and stronger. But here's where India could still feel the heat. If India spends big on defense, its development plans could take a backseat and make it harder to reduce government debt. India shut the Atari border. This impacts the cross-border trade worth nearly 3,900 crores. And this could hit the local economy of Punjab, especially in Amritsar and Atari. Airlines, which will now have to reroute to avoid Pakistani airspace, will have to suffer millions of dollars in losses. But here's where the real damage could come from. See, there's a lot of uncertainty in the global trade right now, after the aggressive tariff policy unleashed by Trump, especially on China. And so global companies are looking for ways to shift their bases and manufacturing away from China. So India becomes their best alternative. Companies like Apple are extremely positive about India and are looking to boost production here, which sets a trend for other companies to follow suit. And if fears of a war loom in the markets, these companies will naturally not want to invest in India. So who benefits? China. Also, other competitors like Vietnam, Indonesia. This is crucial because India is on the path of becoming the world's fourth largest economy. With a rapidly growing population, it needs more jobs, more manufacturing, more investments to grow. For India, the challenge is to stay strong without losing focus on growth. In a standoff like this, is economic pressure more powerful than military action? Tell us your thoughts in the comments and follow Grip Invest for more market updates.
Investments in debt securities, municipal debt securities, securitized debt instruments are subject to risks including delay and or default in payment. Read all the offer related documents carefully.